Hello everyone, myself Priyanka Sharma, your maths teacher. Children, in our previous video, we had understood about properties of whole number and properties of natural number. If you have not seen that video, first you see that, and then you will understand better what we are going to discuss here. Here I am giving link for the previous video, you can check that. Then you continue this video. So let us start exercise 3A. Children, as you can see, the first question is given, fill in the blanks. So here you can see some numbers are missing and we have to find out which number is missing here. So in our previous video, we had understood about the properties of whole number. So one of the property you have understood, that is distributive property. So here you can see that one number is missing. Let the unknown number is a. You can take any other variable like x, y, any other variable you can take. Here I am taking a. So let the number is missing here, that is a, and you can see clearly that a is multiplying with 65. A is multiplying with the bracket. Two numbers are given inside the bracket. So A is multiplying with 65 and A is multiplying with 15. So after multiplying, what the answer is coming, that is our RHS here. So what we will do, we will take first the RHS part and then we will take common here. As you can see, negative sign is given. So whenever in any equation, if negative sign or positive sign is given, then before the negative sign, what are the numbers are given, that is one separate part. Here multiplication is given, but then also it will count in one part. And after subtraction sign, another part is given, that is 35 multiply 15. So two parts are given. Whenever we take any common number, then we will choose the one number which is given in both the parts, both the sides, before the minus sign also, after the minus sign also. So here you can see 35 is there, so we can take 35 common, and after taking 35, what we will remain with, that is 65 minus 15. So by comparing both the sides, we will easily get that the variable, the missing number is 35. So that is the required answer. I hope you understand. Now let us move to the next question. So children, now question number 1, part number 3 we will solve. So here you can see that 3 numbers are given. Left hand side 2 numbers are given inside the bracket and one of the number is missing here, and in the RHS other 2 numbers are there and one of the number is missing here. So we know that suppose 2 numbers are there, so we will assume that one number is A, which is in left side, and other number is B, which is in right side. These are missing. So in left side you can put here A and other side you can put here B. So here you can see both the side one number is same, that is 6142. So we will cancel out these two numbers because both the side it is given. Now when we will compare both LHS and RHS, so when we will compare, we can see that A is adding with 1236 and B is adding 3487. Answer is equal of both the sides. So we can say that one number that is missing, A number is, after comparing we will get that A will be equal to 3487 and B will be equals to 1236. Then after adding they will give equal answers. So I hope you understand this. Now we will move to the next question. So now we will discuss about question number 2. Find the sum of the following numbers and verify the commutative law of the addition. So here in the first part, numbers are given 256 plus 479. So by commutative law of addition, we know that if any number is changing the place, then also after adding, result will be same. So here we will change the place of the numbers, and then we will see the addition is same, that is 735. So here we can say that LHS equals to RHS. Hence, sum of the given numbers are 256 plus 479, which is equals to 735. Now we will see the next question. Now we will see the question number 3. Find the sum of the following numbers using the most convenient grouping. So here in the first part, now 3 numbers are given: 3719, 286, 5281. So for the convenient grouping, we choose 2 numbers or 3 numbers, and we choose the numbers which together makes maximum number of 0. Whatever the operation is given, either it is addition or any other operation it is given. So here sum is saying, it means we will add. So we will choose 2 number. When we add them, it should give maximum number of 0, as you can see in the highlighted line also. As we already know, for the convenient grouping, we choose the numbers who together makes the maximum number of zeros. In this question, we see the unit digit of 2 numbers are 9 and 1. Here you can see in 3719, unit digit is 9, and in 5281, unit digit is 1. And we know when we will add 9 and 1, it gives 10, and the unit digit of the 10 is 0. It means 0 we will get if we will choose these 2 numbers. But in place of this, if we choose 286, then 6 and 9, when we will add, we will get 15, and the unit digit is 5. So it will not give any 0. And if we will choose 286 with 5281, then unit digit is 1 and 6. It will also not give any 0. It will give the unit digit 7. So obviously we will choose 7719 and 5281 for addition. So here you can see in bracket these 2 numbers we will add, and in last we will add 286. So when we add these 2 numbers, we will get 9000, and then we will add 286 in it. Then answer will be 9286. This is the required answer. I hope you understand this. Now we will see the next part of this question. Children, now we will see the next part of this question. Here you can see five numbers are given, and we have to do the convenient grouping. So for convenient grouping, we will choose the number who makes the maximum number of zeros. So in this question, you can see the unit digit of these 2 numbers are 9 and 1. So the numbers are 3459 and 1841. These are having unit digit 9 and 1. And the unit digit of another number, that is 4477 and 1223. These are having unit digit 7 and 3. And when we will add 1 and 9, that gives 10, which is unit digit is 0, and 7 and 3 when we will add, then also it gives 10, and then we will have number of zeros also. So we will choose these 4 numbers for making group. So here you can see the most convenient grouping will be, in one bracket we will take 2 numbers, that is 1841 and 3459, and in another bracket we will take 2 numbers, 4477 and 1229. So and the number is remain, that is 2673. We will not select this one. So when we will add, we will get 5300 when we add the first group, and when we add the second group we will get 5700. When we add this we will get 11,000, and then 11,000 we will add in 2673, then we will have 13,673 as a result. I hope you understand this. Now we will move to the next question. So the next question is question number 4. Find the following product and verify the commutative property of multiplication. So here you can see in commutative property of multiplication, 126 and 63, these two numbers are given and the operation is given multiply. So as you know, in commutative property of multiplication, if we change the place of the numbers, then also product will come same. It will not affect the result. So according to this property, we will change the place and then we will have two parts. One is LHS and second one is RHS. LHS means left hand side and RHS means right hand side. So when we multiply, we will have 7938 as a result. So LHS equals to RHS. It is verified here. Now we will see the next question. Children, in question number 5, question is asking find the product using the most convenient grouping. In the first part, three numbers are given: 8, 427 and 25. Earlier in another question we have solved the same, but in that we were doing the sum, and in this question the question is saying for the multiplication. So we will choose two numbers. The product of these two numbers should give 0, maximum number of 0. So we will choose 25 and 8. When we multiply 8 and 25, we will get 200. So here we will write 8 into 25 in the bracket, and then we will multiply 427, which is outside the bracket. When we multiply this, we will get 85,400 as the answer. Now in the third part also we will do same, but in this question we will choose two numbers, that is 125 and 16, because when we multiply 125 and 16 we will have 2000, and when we multiply 2000 by 12 then we will have 24,000. So we choose two number that we will write inside the bracket, then we will solve. Then again we will have three number, then we choose these two number and then we will solve, and then we will write the answer, and the required answer will be 78,48,000. Now question number 6, find the product using the distributive property. In the first part, two numbers are given, 281 and multiply 11. So as you know, in the distributive property, one number multiply with the bracket, and inside the bracket two numbers should be there and which are in particular operation, that is addition or subtraction. Here it is an addition. So what we will do, we change 11 in a group and we will try to divide the number into two numbers. One of the number will contain 0. So here 11 we can easily divide into two numbers, that is 10 plus 1, and then we multiply by 231. So first we multiply with the first number which is given in the bracket, that is 10. When we multiply we will have 2310, and then we multiply 231 by 1. As you know, any number if we multiply with 1, then answer will come same number. So here we will get the answer 2541. Same in the third part we will do, but in this part we will divide 1001 into two numbers. One number is 1000 and other number is 1. So it is the mixture of two numbers, 1000 plus 1. Now we multiply 348 by the first number, that is 1000, then we will have 3,48,000, and then plus sign will come, which is given inside the bracket, and then we multiplied 348 by 1, then answer will come the same number, that is 348, and then we will add these two numbers and answer will come 3,48,348. That is the required answer. Now in the fifth part also, but here we cannot change into the we cannot change 999 into the addition form. So here we can write 1000 minus 1. So subtraction sign will come, but that doesn't matter. We will simply multiply with the first number, then answer will come 98,30,000. Then we multiply 9,830 by 1, then we will have 9,830, and when we subtract this, then we will get 98,20,170, and that is the required answer. These questions are very easy to do. I hope you understand. Now we are moving to the next question, question number 7. In question number 7, find the following using relevant property. So here in first part, 784 multiply 117 minus 784 multiply 17 is given. So after taking common, as I already informed you that here multiplication sign is given and subtraction sign is given. As I already informed you that if multiplication sign or subtraction or addition sign is given, then we divide the line into parts. So before the subtraction sign, two numbers are given, that is the one part, and after the subtraction sign, two numbers are given, that is the another part. So we will see that which number is given in both the parts. Here you can see 784 is given in both the parts. It means this is the common number. We can take this number common. So after taking common 784, we will have 784 outside the bracket, multiply, bracket, start, and then what will remain? 117 minus 17 will remain inside the bracket. Now after subtracting this, we will have 100. Then we multiply 100 with 784, and then answer will come 78,400. That is the required answer. Now we will see the next part, part number 3. So in third part, these numbers are given. 93,078 multiply with 1,786 minus 93,078 multiply with 786. So here you can see in first part 93,078 is given, and in the second part also it is given. So we will take common. Then inside the bracket what will remain? 1,786 minus 786. When we subtract this, then we will have 1000, and then we multiply 1000 with the 93,078. Then answer will come 9,30,78,000. That is the required answer. Now look at fifth part. Here 322 multiply 678 is given in the first part. 205 multiply 322 in the second part is given, and 322 multiply 117 in the third part it is given. Why I am saying third part? Because here 2 times addition sign is given. So we divide these numbers into different parts. So here you can see 3 parts are there. Now when we will see these 3 parts, we can easily observe that 322 is the common number. It is given in all these parts. So we can take common, and in the bracket what will remain? 678 plus 205 and 117. When we add these, we will get 1000. When we multiply 322 by 1000, then answer will come 3,22,000. That is the required answer. Now let us understand question number 8. Divide and verify the answer by division algorithm. So here two numbers are given, 4152 and 257, and division sign is given, and we have to verify the division algorithm. So first we will divide 4152 by 257. One time it will go, then we will write here 257 downside the 415. After subtracting we will have 158, which is less than the divisor. So we will bring down this next number, that is 2. Then the full number will be 1582. Now 6 times it will go, then answer will come 1542. When we subtract this, then 40 will be the remainder. Now here quotient is 16, remainder is 40, and 257 is the divisor, and 4152 is the dividend. So as you can see, one red line is given, that represent division algorithm. So here we will apply all the values in the equation, that is given equation. So here in place of dividend we will write 4152, divisor will be 257, quotient will be 16, and remainder will be 40. When we will solve, then we will get answer 4152, which is equal to the LHS, that is dividend, that is 4152. Means this portion if we will solve, answer should come this, which is equals to the LHS. So here you can say that LHS equals to RHS. So the division algorithm is verified here. Now we will move to the next question, question number 9. So now question number 9 is asking, find the number which when divided by 49 gives the quotient 45 and remainder 47. So what the data we are having, that is divisor is 49, quotient is 45, remainder is 47, and dividend we have to find out. So by division algorithm, what we will do, we will apply all the values in the given equation. So in place of dividend we will not write anything. In place of divisor we will write 49. In place of quotient we will write 45, and in place of remainder we will write 47. When we multiply 49 into 45, then we will have 2205, and 47 we will add, then we will get 2252, that is the dividend. Now we will move to the next question, question number 10. Question number 10 is saying, find the largest 6-digit number which is exactly divisible by 127. So the largest 6-digit number is 9,99,999. When we will divide this number by 127, then answer will come 7,874, and remainder will be 1. Here I am not showing how we will divide because you are in 6th class, now you can easily understand. Now we are moving to the next line, that is, if 9,99,999 divided by 127 gives the remainder 1, hence the required number will be the 6-digit greatest number minus remainder. Means what remainder we are getting here, that we will subtract from the 6-digit greatest 6-digit number. So answer will come 9,99,998. That is the required answer. I hope you understand. Now we will move to the next question, question number 11. Now question number 11 is saying, find the smallest 5-digit number which is exactly divisible by 273. So we know that the smallest 5-digit number is 10,000. So when we divide 10,000 by 273, then answer will come 36, and remainder will be 172. So, in order to be divisible by 273, the required number must be greater than 10,000 by 273 minus 172. It means whatever the numbers we want to find out, that will be greater than 10,000, and how much greater it is, that we will find out by subtracting remainder from the divisor. So 172 we will minus from 273, then answer will come 101. So this 101 we will add into 10,000. Now answer will come 10,101. That is the required answer. I hope you understand this. Now we will move to the next question, question number 12. So children, in question number 12, supply the missing digits. Some digits are missing in both the parts, part number first and part number third. You can see that one number is missing in the place of unit digit. So addition is given here. So you have to calculate in your mind that which number we will apply, so that in that number if we add 4, then answer will come 0. So obviously if we will add any number with 4, answer will not come 0. It must be 10, because 10 is having 0 in the unit place. So obviously 10 will come here. Now we can easily find out, from 10 we will subtract 4, then we will get 6. It means in 6 digit if we add 4, then answer will come 10, and 10 is having unit digit 0, that we will write here, and carry will go in the tens place. So obviously here in the missing digit we will write 6. Now we will move to the tens place. Here one digit is 7 and one carry we are having, that is 1, and here the number is missing. So what we will do, in 8 what we will add, so answer will come 3. So obviously in 8 any number we will add, then answer will not come 3, because negative number we cannot add in this. Okay, always we will write here only positive digit. So in 8 any number we will add, answer will not come 3. So obviously it is a 13, because 13 is having unit digit 3. So in 13 what we can easily find out, from 13 we will subtract 8, then answer will come 5. So obviously here the missing digit is 5. So in 8 if we will add 5, then we will get 13, and carry will go in the 100 place. Now one carry and number 2 is there, it means total 3 digit we have. So in 3 what we will add, so we will get 2 as a answer. So obviously it is not a 2, it is a 12. Okay, because in 12 unit digit is 2. So in which number, what number we will add in 3, so we will get 2. So what we will do, 12 minus 3, so what we will get, that is 9. So the missing digit will be 9. Now carry will go here because it is 12, so 1 will go here as a carry. Now 8 plus 3 we will get 11, and 1 carry, so it will be 12. So answer will be 12,230. That is the required answer. Now we will move to the third part, that is 235 multiply by any missing number. So answer you can see in unit digit, that is 0. So children, as you know, there are many numbers, when we multiply by 5 it gives 0 in the unit place, like 0 and 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. So all the even numbers when we multiply by 5 gives 0 in the unit place. So one by one we will try all the numbers. First we will take 0. Suppose 0 can come. So 0 multiplied by 5, 0 will come. 0 multiplied by 3, 0 should come, but here it is 1. So 0 possibility is not there. So we will cancel out 0. Now we will talk about 2. Here you can see 2 multiplied by 5, 10 will be there. Okay, and 1 will go as a carry. Okay, now 2 multiplied by 3, 6 will come, and 1 carry 7. So here 7 should come, but you can see here 1 is there. It means possibilities of 2 will be cancelled. Now we will check the next number, that is 4. So 4 multiplied by 5, 20 will come. Then answer will come 0 in the unit place, and 2 will be as a carry. Now 2 multiplied by 3, 6 will come, and 2 carry we will add, then 8 will come. But here you can see 1 is there. It means 4 will also not come. Now we will move to the next question, that next number, that is 6. So 6 multiplied by 5, 30 will come. Then 0 is unit place, so we will write 0 here, and 3 will go as a carry. Now 6 multiplied by 3, 18 will come, and 3 carry we will add, then we will have 21. So 1 is the unit place, so we will write here 1. Now 2 will go as a carry in the 100 place. Now 6 multiplied by 2, 12 will come, and 2 is a carry, so we will add in this, then answer will come 14. So here it is the required answer. Now we will not go for the next digit, that is 8. Okay, now 6 is the required answer. It is satisfying all the condition which is given, and we will leave the question here. I hope you understand. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next video with the next exercise. Till then, keep learning, stay safe. Bye bye.